Hello everyone, I'm your host Warrior Angel and welcome back to Empire Total War Darthmod, where we've been playing as the Knights of St. John in our quest to try and, well, originally go up against the Ottomans, but things have gone a little bit differently now. Now, one thing you might notice at the beginning of the video, and I'll explain why shortly, is I'm doing a little bit of an experiment with the background music. Instead of playing the standard Darthmod music, I've decided to go, for this episode, back to the original background music for Empire Total War. And like I said, I'll explain why in a second, but first of all, a little bit of a recap. In the last episode, I had to try and deal with Genoa. The town had the city under siege, but we had two large Spanish armies over here, and I had to try and deal with them as well. I think I even had reinforcements at one of the battles they fought come from Savoy, but nevertheless we did pretty well. We managed to wipe them all out, and we captured Genoa. We're now in a strong position. I could actually go off in different areas if I so wish. Unfortunately, this is okay. This is just thanks to the fact that I managed to bring up, where was it? I brought some dragoons up. Here we go. There's some one dragoon. And we got some grenadiers as well that I used for the battle. So I've been using the dragoons should hopefully allow the sort of public order to remain relatively stable. It's not going to be the best because this is the sort of state capital for Genoa, and they managed to capture it once. So this is already going to cause some issues with public order. But what I wanted to do right now is, since I've got the opportunity to do this with many of my troops, is actually head over to Milan and capture this. As you can see, Austria has now actually brought an army up and is currently taken over this town. And I want to nab it before they come over. As you can see, there isn't really any garrison forces. Well, there's a small garrison force, and I feel pretty comfortable in actually being able to try and take them out. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to take my whole army, and we're going to head over and attack Milan. Okay, a few militia units and some mortars. I feel pretty comfortable about this, and we've got all this reinforcements as well. So we've got to outnumber them by quite a fair bit. We have taken a few casualties, but that's fine. I'm going to see if they're going to surrender. They don't. So I'm actually going to risk an auto-resolve for this. I outnumber them by nearly 2-to-1 odds, and my troops are a lot better than theirs, even though they're in a defensive position. Banspar is very much in my favour, so let's save the game. And I'm going to do this just to see if, hopefully, we don't take any casualties. So, or many casualties. Okay, okay, so we took a few hits, 242 casualties, but I haven't lost any units, which is something. So, with that now we managed to capture Milan, and the Austrian force was kicked out onto my borders, because that's how Empire Total War works, and I love that. I do need to sort this out a little bit, so what I'm actually going to do is this. We're going to, I can't afford to do this until next turn. Okay. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to take the dragoon units, I'm going to shove them just here. The main army itself is going to go back to Genoa, because I've got enough people that should be able to work a little bit. We're going to put these guys in Milan, so the public order isn't going to be too bad. We're going to accept the tax just to try and sort this out a little bit quicker. Hopefully that will be okay. Actually, it's not going to affect anything to do with our villages. That's annoying. And it's Catholicism, that's good. And what we're going to do here, we're going to put you guys in here. So that's been my full stack now in Genoa. This will just keep the public order feeling neutral at the moment, and it's going to take a long time for it to go down, as you can see. So what I want to do is, when I start building up some forces again, I want to try and get some more dragoons, which I already have. In fact, you guys can... I'll tell you what, actually. What I'll do, I'm going to take one of my units, so let's take this unit of grenadiers, and we're going to put you guys in the port. Just in case. The unit of dragoons are going to come down up here. Let's shoot you up. Okay, let's put you guys both in, and we'll swap... I'll tell you what, we're going to swap you out. We'll stick you in. And you can come in and stay in the port as well, just for the moment. That's the thing, just for the moment. So, actually it hasn't made any difference regards to public order. Actually it's keeping it... Oh no, it's not. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's really everything I want to do for the turn, but this is the situation now. We got still at war with Spain and Paris and France, I should say, and London and that, and Britain. But I do, and we got actually, who are we exactly at war with? We're at war with the Barbary State, Pirate, Spain, Great Britain, Barbary States, and Westphalia. In fact, Westphalia, let's see, are you open to peace now? No. I'll tell you what, I'm going to counter offer. I'm not going to give you Italy. I'm just going to offer you peace. The fact is, it is nice that they want to give a military alliance, but there's no way in hell I'm going to give them Central Italy, so let's cancel that. I remember on one of my previous videos when I was first recording, I accidentally hit the button that said I accepted. So all of a sudden, I think it was Italy in fact, or Rome, I actually lost it. And my army was sort of transported straight out. And because of the fact that I didn't own Naples at the time, it transported straight down to Malta. And unfortunately, the island was landlocked thanks to the fact there was a blockade by the British at my port. So I couldn't leave the port without building up my men. I didn't have any money to build up any more ships, and I was just stuck there. I had to go back and redo the episode because of it. Yeah. Right, but anyway, we're in a pretty good position now. I can try and head out to capture Savoy in the next turn, wipe them out, and then hopefully this will give me a good stepping stone. I have to decide then whether or not to go towards Spain, Paris, and then just capture the whole region pretty easily. In fact, let me double check something. Alright, yeah, so if I went towards Paris and I was willing to give the time up, I could actually capture the whole region of Paris. It's weird actually seeing how some of this uses. I'm more used at the moment now to Attila and how the map is spread out there. So the idea of, Spain owning pretty much the whole of Spain here, rather than being separated up into the different provinces, is weird as hell. Anyway, let's carry on with this. I think that's everything we can do for this, so we're going to end the turn. And while I'm waiting for the end turn phase, I can tell you a little bit about why I've decided to do the background music. I've been pretty interested, you see, about all the videos that a lot of YouTubers have been putting up in the past couple of weeks about copyright, about the whole idea of fair use, and the fact that people have been sort of putting copyright claims on people's videos. I've been interested because even though I don't monetize my videos, and if I do want to try and get any money, I feel a little bit tempted that once my channel feels sufficient, we'll see about maybe doing Patreon. Now, this doesn't mean, of course, you're obligated to do it. It just depends on your opinion if I do decide to do this in the future. But I don't monetize my videos. I don't have any intention right now of doing it, but it would be nice to have the option. So I have been keeping an eye on this sort of thing, and it does amaze me about how much copyright can be an issue, especially with all these different companies claiming stuff for stuff that might not necessarily belong to them. There's a guy I follow on my channel, on one of my channels, not one of my channels, my private one, called Darkefka. I can never pronounce his damn name. Dafafka? He does a lot of Final Fantasy Let's Plays and that. And he was bringing up recently about the fact that some of his videos were getting blocked, including an old Tomb Raider game episode he did, by another channel who basically took the original music and did a remix of it. Whether or not I had permission or not is neither here or there, but because they had the original music then they just put, I think it was just like a Spanish rap on top of it, so it wasn't really anything new. But YouTube brought up there was a copyright claim because of the fact that both of them used the music, even though it's it's Tomb Raider. It's registered to the producer of the Tomb Raider original soundtrack. I think officially Devon even mentioned one recently about the fact that one of his videos was put up because of the fact that it had a sort of 10-20 second clip from it's supposed to have been from the Rome TV series, and there was battle sounds, and all that happened is that the person who had the claim just decided to take the music and put it at the beginning of their own song, and then it caused a copyright claim. So I'm just interested to see, because I've got a few copyright claims on Darthmod because of the fact that some of the music has been exported from other areas. So I'm just giving this as a little experiment to see whether or not this is going to get any copyright. The main one I have at the moment that I get about is from the Child of Light game. Although to be fair, that does come from the fact that the game itself, it's for music in the game, actually made for the game, rather than someone else trying to claim it. But it is interesting because I personally would have thought that given the fact that YouTube, people who put music into the game has obviously intended it for the game, that I shouldn't see any real issues with it being on YouTube. But that's the thing, game developers are happy for their visual stuff and the sounds they got for the game. But if you want songs, you have to be careful. So that's why, if I do ever decide to monetize my video, I might have to start putting in my own background music. We're using Creative Commons ones like the Incompetech music I have down below, a thing which I use in my sort of intro video. Anyway, back to this, sorry. Going slightly off topic. What do we got to do? Lombardy, how are you doing? This is going to take a little while to actually go down, so this is quite annoying. Actually, I can get this going now. Ooh, I can actually get a little bit of money. It's not much, it's only 210. And although I will get a lot more money once this is produced, in fact. Yeah, I get 1,020 once the town has actually been built up. That's going to be cool. Right, but the next bit I want to try and do now is attack Savoy. Now, can I do this? I have a feeling not. I can actually untax this, which is nice. But as soon as I take out the army, if we just move you guys out here one sec, it jumps down to minus 14, and there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to keep this under control. What happens if I move you guys out? Again, issues with thing, although that could be solved just by doing that. So if I take you guys and stick you in here, and take you two, leave you in here. It still has issues with public order, but not too bad. What I can do, actually, I want to try and capture 2 in, so I can actually, and then what I can try and do, at least for a little while, is spread out my forces, so I can actually attack and sort of keep instance of Genoa's under relatively control, and then head off and then towards France and that. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to attack Savoy. And again, the balance of power is very much in my favour, it seems. So I managed to get the reinforcements from the port as well. That's pretty nice. And we got this. Let me just save. Again, I feel like auto-resolving this just because it does look like a relatively straightforward battle. Surrender? Nope, they're not willing to do it. Let's auto-resolve. La vittoria è nostra! I actually lost 320 men. Did I lose a squad somewhere? Crap, I did. I lost one of my units of Militia d'Ordine. Crap. Oh well. It happens. Okay, that can pop in there. Oh, Royal Palace. Hello. Okay, that's going to be pretty useful, in fact. If you see it gives me 12% bonus, helps out with the repression in the area. That's going to be really nifty. What I'm going to do is, oh, it's already accepted from tax. 21 turns will actually build me up a new town. That's something to bear in mind. In fact, how much money is it making me right now? 2,496 if I decide to do this. Bummer. And that needs to be repaired. Unfortunately, I can't repair it because I've got 1,800. And these are fine. Okay. Now, I need to send some more of my troops back in from Savoy in order to do this. So, let me see if I take... Actually, let's take you two and stick you in here. That's minus 2. I need... Let's say 2 more units. Let's take my 2 units of grenadiers and put you in here. That's minus 1. Pikes. Okay, so that balances it out now, and Savoy is still neutral as well. And Turin is more neutral as well. Excellent news. Okay, it's just unfortunate I have to wait now for this to be to tax them. Although that'd actually be done next turn, so this could work out. That's a lot of foreign oh yeah, because this is Savoy, it's under control. This was another state capital, so I'm going to have to keep that under control. Damn it. And I got the idea Protestantism is now in the area as well. Okay, definitely things to keep in mind. What I can do though is I want to try and build up a school and start getting things. That is actually an interesting point. I asked in the last episode 2 questions because I was curious to know what the answers were. One of them is, how do I get advanced buildings? Like if I go to the technology center, I can't produce any of these because I need to build an admiralty and stuff like that. But I don't know where I would build up an admiralty. Now thankfully some of you managed to comment and tell me what I need. Apparently I can only build it in certain areas. So I'm not sure where that might be. Can I build, like, is it something like I might have to replace if I do it in the observatory, for example? Or do I have to build it in certain areas like Milan, for example, or London, that sort of thing? So that's the main thing I might need to check out. The second one I asked, and so far there hasn't been an answer. Oh, it's got a text, so I'll answer in a bit. The other question I had, which don't know really what it is, but if you do know, please feel free to tell me, is why am I not got any trade going on? I'm making a lot of money from the province itself, but it seems to be that I can't actually make trade. Like if you check out Austria's regions, for example, notice how a lot of their ones are coming in for, from all the ports. Not all of them, obviously. Like here, for example, it's being repaired. But here, for example, they're all joining up to trade routes thing, and whereas it doesn't work for me, I only have Malta as a trade route. So I've got the ports, for example, here in the center in Italy, just not doing anything. I got ports over here in Genoa now, not doing anything. And now I've got one as well here in Savoy, not doing anything. So you happen to know why? Is it just because of the fact that I'm based on an island? So therefore I haven't got any connection to any other areas. But then I've seen that, how does that work now when you take into account America, for example, where you don't have to have connections, because how would you trade if your town center is not, or your capital is not there? Just let me know in the comments, guys, if you happen to know. Although speaking of what I would like to do now, in fact, is we go to recruitment. How much is it for line infantry again? 761. Ooh, I can get them as well. Dragoons and Grenadiers. What I think is a good time to try and do now, slowly, since I haven't got much cash right now, is to actually see about building up an army, because I would like to take it to the Americas and start getting some money and income from there. So, since I'm at war with Spain and that, so it's going to help out as well. So, I'm just going to build one unit for the moment, and I'll start slowly adding more money as I can do it. And my troops again replenished as well. They will need to be done as a priority. Let's end the turn once more and see what happens. Okay. Oh, while I remember, in fact, the big news for anyone who's following Total War Warhammer, something I'm really looking forward to seeing. Beware of the Ides of March, the thing that's been coming up on like Total War's site and that recently. They're going to be announcing some stuff about the vampire counts for Total War Warhammer, and I'm really looking forward to this. Out of the 4 factions that you can play as in Total War Warhammer, so the Dwarves, Empire, Orcs and Goblins, and Vampire Counts, and Chaos. Vampire Counts are the faction I am looking forward to so badly. I love them as a faction. I've said it before that they are one of my top factions, alongside High Elves, Bretonnians, and Lizardmen. And the fact that Bretonnians are in the game as well is just amazing. I'm so happy about that. I would love the opportunity to play as them. But the idea of the Vampire Counts is going to be coming up, and we're finally getting information about them. Only now it's like 2 months now until the game comes out. But it's taken this long for them to do it, and it's so annoying hearing about the Chaos factions, the gameplay storyline for the Orcs and the Dwarves, which are all fine factions, don't get me wrong. But Vampire Counts is what I wanted to hear about, and we haven't seen really anything apart from the odd mention about it when it came to the Empire What was it actually? Was it the overview map they did like back in December? When I showed you about how some of it looked like in some of the vampire count lands, like the sort of the terrain itself changes because of it being owned by the vampires. So that's something I'm really looking forward to see, and it should be coming out on the. What was it? I remember being told it was. I can't remember when the Ides of March itself is. I think it's, but I know it's this week. It's about the 15th or 16th thing. So really keeping an eye out for that. And I also got my week sorted as well. Things have been pretty busy for me as part of this college course I'm doing at the moment, and I mean really busy. In fact, it has affected things, so it's like you've probably noticed I was planning to bring out the Phoenix Rises last week. And I've got the footage recorded, and I've been trying to find time to try and do it, because it does take a few hours once you edit it up and add in commentary and put in the cutscenes, so to speak. And this is going really slow now. It's just 1 frame per second. I hope it can sort itself out. Okay, but the point, yeah, I haven't had time, but I just got one more lesson to prepare now for this term thing, and it's an observed one as well, so that's going to be interesting. It counts towards my final grade for the course, basically. But so that's going to be interesting, but I'm going to be looking so forward to next week when I finish teaching my final lesson for the term, and it's just have 2 weeks for Easter holidays. And I'm going to enjoy it. Second season of Daredevil on Netflix is coming out. Looking forward to it. Keep an eye on watching that. The Punisher is going to be in it. How awesome is that? Unlike some people, I did enjoy the Punisher film, so that's going to be good to see. And then I can actually put time in then to actually do the Phoenix Rises. Now, so that will be a good thing to see when it actually happens. I'm going to have to balance that out now with the fact that I'm planning to go home for the week in the Easter holidays, so I'm not going to be here to do it. Might have to just try and get an extra episode done early so it can be uploaded while I'm at home or something. We'll see what happens. But first of all, why? Oh, finally, we're now off the Ottomans. We're now on the Russian turn. Finally. And the frame rate has not jumped down now. It's like 1 frame per second. I hope it does stay like this during my turn. It's so annoying when it does this on recording. Up. And it's jumping up. It's doing some more stuff. Cool. Okay, finally now it's my turn. Come on. Give me it. Skipper the pirates. Let me have my turn, please. Thank you. We've got technological advance. 4-field crop rotation. Planting 4 different crops in succession, the quality of the soil can be markedly improved. Yeah, that's really true because anyone who's basically interested and doesn't want to read this, what basically happens is that different plants, different crops, use different minerals and that in the ground. So if you plant them in different types and you sort of rotate them, like clockwise or anti-clockwise, it gives you an opportunity for those minerals to replenish, ready for the next time that particular crop goes into the field, rather than constantly using it and not having so much, minerals available for the crop. So just interesting thing. I read a lot. That's my excuse. Okay, what we got here? Auxiliary gained. I've got a pet hermit. Doesn't suit everyone. The hours are long. You have to like your own company, and the cave's bloody drafty. Still, better than starving, eh? It actually increases the happiness and the nobility. Huh? But increases the construction cost of buildings, of industrial buildings. That sucks. And that's been recruited as well. Okay. So what do we need to do? I want to repair this, because that will give me access to 787. So I need to repair that. That's going to cost a bit of money. Let's start replenishing my forces as well, because that's going to cost a fair bit. I think my plan to take an army out towards America is going to take a little while. Damn it. Can I accept this now from tax? Yes, I can get more money coming in. Excellent, excellent. In fact, let me just double check my finances. Where is my finances? Policies. Okay, so the only place that's still not being taxed is Savoy right now. That's okay. Oh, and here. In fact, what would happen if I do this? -3. Okay, let's keep it taxed. That'd be nice though, get an extra bit of cash from this. That can become untaxed. That gives me access to potentially 2,556 and probably more once that's done as well. Cool. And that will still be going, just a little bit more slower. That's fine. Okay, let's sort out some other stuff I wanted to do with it. Well, I remember. I had a wake over here. No, yep, here. Archie pop. What I wanted to do, I want to take him over to Madrid, so I can keep an eye on what's... Actually, no, hang on a second. Do I need to take him over to Madrid? Oh no, actually, I don't need to do that. I can do this. Let's take you up to France, actually. And I had forgot I had my gentleman here. Steel and technology. What technology to get? I still can't capture any admiralties yet. That is annoying. Government by consent, 16% chance. It's not going to be much good. 23% for that. 14 for that. 17 for this. Explosive shells, 14. Condensed marching. Improves campaign movement speed and national prestige. Socket bayonet. Let's go for socket bayonet. Hopefully that will be useful. Actually, no, I wanted to do this. Want him to pop out here first of all, to come Madrid. And see what we can find. Ah, naval board. Okay, okay. So I might actually want to go after the Madrid then, so I can actually get this naval board, and then I can actually improve the ships in my fleet. That'd be good. Okay, let's head you back. And yeah, we're gonna keep you to get that piece of research. Good. So yeah, I got my wake going up now to Paris because I would like to see if I can get an admiralty there, because they won't tell me at the moment. Thing, I have to be aware that they got like a strong here in Marseille to deal with, and I'll keep that here. Let's just end the turn once more. I haven't got much money to spend. Okay, yeah. How's this building actually? 3 more turns before the Palace of the Grand Master is done. That's really going to help out my finances here. My national prestige increases my bonus thing and gives me access to quite a few different troops, which will be quite cool once I actually get it, especially Order Infantry Guards. Catrietto di Cafelio. I'm probably butchering this, so bear with me. Platoon firemen. These are going to be really nifty. Okay, let's end the turn once more. And see what happens next. I have to admit though, it does seem a little bit weird without the music. It was normally quite enjoyable to at least have something kind of being listened to as you were playing. Whereas this one's doesn't seem to have any music, in fact. I could have sworn blind there was some music that used to be played in. Oh, God's sake, Austria, really? 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 You're really friendly towards us. You have no reason to go to war with us. We've been pretty good so far. We've got trade agreements, we've got everything. Why have you decided to declare war on me? Can't you just go up against Sweden up north or Russia? Fine. Fine. Right. This is going to be definitely an interesting campaign. I've now lost one of my major trade partners, which sucks. And now I have to deal with the fact that I've now pretty much got all the local superpowers around me are now pissed off and angry. I can only hope the Ottomans get involved a little bit and distract Austria. And hopefully don't do so much damage. They decide to declare war on me as well. I am going to try and negotiate with Austria to try and keep them, try and get a peace treaty from them. Because there was no reason for them to have gone to war against me. It just seems to be the fact that I'm the human player, and therefore I need to have more difficulty chucked at me, rather than just trying to, deal with the other nations in this game. Oh well, as I say, shit happens. Although, Ottomans, if you're willing to try and help out a little bit against Austria, that would be greatly appreciated. In fact, I don't know, do I actually have an official alliance with the Ottomans? That could be something to check out, actually. I'm not at war with Dargenstan anymore. That was one of the things, if I remember right. I don't think they've actually got any sort of alliance with any of the other factions, because obviously the Ottomans are supposed to be one of the main bad guys in this game, depending, of course, or the main opposition, I should say. For some of the other factions, oh, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, I'm fully aware of that. Now, I do have to be careful, because they got several armies right here, and I've only got a couple of dragoons here. And actually, I don't have anyone in Milan at the moment. Oh joy. Okay, let's go to this and see what we can do about this. Okay, major nations, let's see. Huh? I just noticed the Moafa Confederacy have disappeared. Oh wow, they must have got defeated by the Macau Empire. In fact, yeah, they have been defeated by the Macau Empire. Oh wow. Persia, let's try and get with them first. Would they be willing? Yes, cool. So funny enough, you know, sworn knights, a knightly order, a Catholic Christian order, is now at war with pretty much all the sort of Catholic states, and we're actually our main sort of friends is the Islamic faiths. Interesting. Why can't we get? Oh, because of the fact we're at war with the Barbary states, of course. I'll tell you what, actually. The way this is going, can I get a peace with the Barbary states? No, I can't. Okay, looks like I'll just have to try and sort things out with them. What about you guys? Can I get an alliance for you? We never did agree to such terms. Okay, it was worth a try. Right. So now this leads to the interesting problem. I've got my army here in Genoa that I can't actually leave, because if I do, they will if I take these out, and then this is going to cause issues with public order, so I can't really move them. Although I should be able to eventually tax the region, that will help out a bit with cash. My main army's here, but again, I can't feel really comfortable with leaving, especially since I've got. Am I out of war with you guys? No, I'm not. Ugh. Empire Total War problems, I tell you. Okay, let me see. I've got available funds. It is a priority of mine to make sure I get my army up to full strength, especially now I've got war with the Austrians, so I'm going to try and sort that out. So let's replenish you guys. Everyone else in the army is being replenished. That's good. Let's come here now. That's going to cost 2,389, so we'll get that done. Hopefully I'm going to have enough of a garrison here, though. I can actually hold off at least any initial attacks from the Austrians. They do have this army here and a small army there, so that could be something to bear in mind. Let's recruit another unit of line infantry from in Rome. And bear this in mind as well. How are we doing, actually? Managed to convert 21% of this region of Tunis, which is now under control of Austria. Okay. So much for that plan. Sultan's Observatory, Cannon Foundry Barracks. Okay, so much for this plan. Right. Again, I think that's everything I can do for the turn. I'm trying to get through my money now as quickly as possible. That failed. His professional reputation has been damaged by the things. Ah, dear me. I'll tell you what, can we duel anyone? Just out of curiosity. Dueling results. Let's see what happens. I don't think I've actually seen any of these before. I mean, who am I? I have no idea. Who am I? Did I win? Did I lose? My opponent was killed. Oh, fair dues.
Subito.
Okay, let's try it again. And end the turn once more. There goes my wake, running along the coast as much quickly as possible. What am I? Oh, Jesus. That's a huge French army that's heading this way. And I don't know who they're going to try and target. And they got nearly a full stack as well, sitting in... Oh, God's sake. Why am I seeing... Oh yeah, because I got a trade agreement now with the Macau Empire, so I can see what's happening on my trade routes with them. That's it. Well, on the plus side, at least if between Austria and Spain, if they wipe out the Barbary states, at least then I can actually become allies with the Ottomans. That's something. Assuming, of course, they would be happy to do so. This has got a little bit more tricky than I anticipated. I think now, and this is one of the great things about a Let's Play series, is that you don't have to necessarily follow the rules if you don't want to, if you change your objectives for any particular reason. Yeah, I'm decided that as long as it's going at the moment, I'm actually not going to worry about trying to capture the face the Ottomans. I think I'm going to deal with the fact that the Knights of the Order feel that the only way they can do against such treachery by the other Catholic factions is by taking them over and showing them the error of their ways. So, it's going to happen, it's going to do. Let me see, he has been injected, that didn't work. We've got a new royal heir. Giovanni Battista. Perfect servant dies. Sergio Casanova. I can only imagine what he might have died of. Okay, well at least we're making a bit of money now. That is something. Oh, I can actually start to slowly untax the province. That's cool. That's very cool. Okay, so all this money now, I actually want to try and spend it doing things. So I want to first of all make sure my army is up to scratch. So is there anyone left that needs to be... Oops, wrong one. Anyone in the army that hasn't been told to replenish yet that needs to? No. Okay. How about here? Everyone is back up to full strength. Excellent. Oh, you're not, and you're not. Okay, that's something good to bear in mind if the Austrians decide to attack. So I'm going to use the opportunity now to try and build up my army a little bit with some units from here. So let's get some of these. Carbineers, I'm not too fussed about. Grenadiers will come in useful eventually. No, I'm not going to recruit these now though. You know, no point if I can't spend the money now. But what I will do is actually pop back here a second and see, is there anyone in particular else I can add? New general, that would be useful. I'll tell you what, let's just continue getting some order knights. Doesn't matter, they get an extra little bit of level of experience if I get them at Malta. Yeah, well, okay, yeah, sure, why not? I get 2 points, I might as well get it done quickly. And what do I need about cannons? 12-pounder artillery, that would be pretty good. I've got demi cannons and 12-pounders here as well. That'd be just as good as well. Okay, let's keep the money for something at the moment, and let's just see if we can do any of this. I want quest piece, and I'm willing to actually pay for it. So I'll offer a payment. I'll offer all my money once. Little to commend them, and it won't work. Tell you what, Barbary States, you must be hurting pretty badly right now. Let's see if you'd be willing to do this. You are brave to make such a suggestion. In another place, you would feel the scimitar's edge for less. Okay, so that's not going to be working. Oh well, we'll keep the money for something else. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to be, I think with Ricardo here, I'm just going to be a little bit annoying, and I'm just going to deal a bunch of people. So the deal, let's go for Augustin de Mortania. Skip through this. Oh! The deal was lost. Arnold has been satisfied, allowed to leave the field of his life. Damn it. Hope he might have actually been able to kill someone. Oh well. Pop down here a second. I can move my Michelangelo Ferraris to another area of the map, just so I can keep a nosy on what's going on over here. So let's pop you down here. We can have a quick look-see. And let's just end the turn again. So, yeah, what I think I'm going to do, instead of actually going up against the Ottomans or trying to fulfill the standard victory conditions, I'm going to have it that I'm going to deal with these treacherous Catholic factions. I can just imagine the Grand Master of the Order sort of turning, you know, hearing the news that yet another Christian faction decided to declare war on him, and decided that, you know, enough is enough. These people have obviously been turning away from the true light of God and need to be shown the errors of their way, even if it has to be done through blood. Once that's done, maybe we can see about dealing with the Ottomans, but for now I think that's a good victory condition to try and go for. And like I said, I do want to have a American army to be taken over to America as well, so that's what I'm actually trying to build up roughly in Rome and in Malta. So that could be an interesting experience then, because then to have, you know, a Spanish, well, I would say Spanish, but like a Catholic knightly order deciding to get all the way over to America, that could be interesting. And you tried to blockade me, you bastards. But this has been built. Palace of the Grand Master was one of the first buildings in Valletta. Completed in 1571, it was designed by the Maltese architect Girolamo Casar. Originally it was residence of Estachio della Monte, La Valletta's nephew, but later was bought by the order and expanded generation after generation of Grand Masters. The armory with the finest collection of weapons of the period is wearing runs the left at the back of the palace. Ooh, interesting. Equipment for technological advances. We've managed to get explosive shells. We're going to get wedge formation next. We've done the basic steam pump and get in that as well. Let's actually change around some of the research, because at the moment, let's go for that one for you. And I don't particularly worry too much about getting night formation. I would eventually like to try and get access to either fire and advance, or some of the later ones like platoon firing and that, but I need to get down here to do so. What happens if I research this, in fact? Metalworking buildings give me 14% wealth. That'd be pretty useful. That could be even more useful. So I'll tell you what, we'll recruit measuring tools. Or research measuring tools, I should say. Okay, sounds like a plan. There's not much I can actually do about this navy blockade. In fact, what have they got? 6 weights, 6 weights, Zibek, 6 weights, 6 weights. So they've got several 6 weights, and I've got 5th weights, a 5th weight, 5th weight, 3rd ship of the line, and 6 weights. And all these have not been replenished yet, especially the 3rd weight and the 6th weight. But just out of curiosity, I'm just going to quickly save the game so I can do it now.
Ragazzi, pensate al bottino!
Can I actually fight these off? I've saved it already, so if it doesn't work, I'm willing to just give this a go and see.
Siamo I signori del mare!
Oh, I actually lost a ship. Which one? One of my 5th weights. it seems. But what is this that I captured? Why would you not tell me? A 6-weight. Yeah, we'll add it to the fleet.
Pronti a virare. Sì, mio sire.
Okay, pop back in here,
Piegare le
guys.
vele.
Might as well repair. Do I still have my... Oh, I lost my admiralship as well. Bummer. Recruit an admiral. It's going to cost 9,000 for... No. So I say it's going to cost me 9,000. That's not right. Cannot promote an admiral at this time, maybe because you have insufficient funds. How much is it going to cost me? For the 5th weight, it's going to cost 1,600. So I presume it's more if I want to get it for the 3rd weight, which I do ideally want to. Okay, let's continue building up some troops. I want some cannons this time, so we're going to get some 12-pounders ready here. And in Malta itself, we've got 2 units of knights sorted, so we're going to pop you in here. Quickly do this. Swap you over to there. Land you right by Italy.
Ordini ricevuti, capitano.
Or do it that way, I guess, because you can't... Of course. Can you not deploy it right? Yep, pop in here. Go in here.
Qualche ordine?
Okay, you guys can come off. There you go. You guys now can sail back off to Malta.
Sì.
This is my main trade port. I like the idea of having my troops here to actually keep an eye on things, you know? So you guys can replenish. You guys got enough movement. You can head off to Rome. So we got 2 units. We got 6 line infantry, 2 order cavalry. We've got 2 cannons coming on the way. I think that'll be a pretty small, good enough army to be able to send my ships off then to America, or at least a couple of them. So, tell you what, let's end the end turn phase, and once this end turn phase is done, we'll bring the episode to a close. I keep losing track of time, unfortunately. Oh, where's that army been... Oh, I was supposed to say, where's the army been placed? And I see they've still got that big army blockading the route at the moment. For me to take an army out to America, this could be an interesting challenge. Because I need to get past that French fleet. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Right. So we've got the reinforcements coming in of the infantry. We've got lots of line infantry. A lot of fire-locked arms, citizenry mobs. No mortars, I noticed. That's interesting. But against them, we've got a mainly cavalry, several units of cavalry, including Agadir scouts, the Walloon Guard, clonal infantry, heavy cavalry unit. Okay, this actually looks pretty doable. I'm actually going to save the episode here and bring the episode to a close. So, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. I know we didn't get any battles this time, but in the next episode, we will fight this out ourselves. Because I don't quite trust the balance bar. So, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.